Regan Slaymaker for NotJustBoxing. I have the pleasure to be joined by Olympic bronze medalist Karriss Artingstall. Karriss, I mean, it's been a long time out, but a massive fight for you on Friday night, mate.
Yeah, it has been a long time out, you're right. Just had a few things going on behind the scenes, so I needed the time out. I was still in the gym though, like I've never really been away from the gym if I'm completely honest. I know it's not the same as competing, but I'm old enough, ugly enough, experienced enough to know what it's going to be like on Friday night. So looking forward to it.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. As well. I mean, obviously a few fighters would have a little tick over, have a little 6 or 8 round in between a long break. But you're going straight back into a British title fight, against Raven Chapman, who's well known, kind of a bit feared on the world circuit as well. She's fought some good names. Why was it important for you to jump straight back in there in a title fight as well?
I think I asked for this name because it's a well-known name, like you said, and I think because I've been a little bit quiet, get the win on Friday night, it puts me straight back in the mix with the top girls in the big fights, which is where I want to be. I want to be knocking on the door for world titles, and I think I'm not getting any younger. I'm in like the prime time of my career sort of thing, so I feel fit and confident, I feel strong, like it's kind of like full steam ahead sort of thing. There's no point in me waiting around. Like I said, I'm not getting any younger. So yeah, I asked for this fight. I think it's going to be a cracking fight, and it's just, like I said, one that if I get the win over, it just puts me straight back in the mix with the top names.
Definitely. Apologies if you've been asked this question 100 times. But how much do you know about Raven going into this fight? Obviously, outside of that fight with Sky Nicholson as well.
Me and Raven know each other very well, to be fair. We've boxed each other before, we've been on Team GB before, so be it. It was a few years back, but you are who you are. Yes, you can make tweaks and a couple of changes here and there, but you've not had a complete transplant, do you know what I mean? Like, I know what to expect from her and she kind of knows what to expect from me sort of thing, so we do know each other quite well. Which I think what makes for a great fight. Like,
definitely as well. Obviously, this might sound like a stupid question, Karriss. Apologies, but if you win on Friday night, or when you win from your perspective as well, in your mind, is it I want a world title shot next, or do you think you'd have another fight in between? But I imagine in your mind you'd want that world title shot.
It's an hard one to answer. I think for me, I struggle to look too far ahead and talk about things going on past this fight, because my priority is to get through this fight on Friday first, and then obviously all going well and going to plan, like me getting my hand raised like I believe I do, then that's when I'll talk about what's next. But I do want to be knocking on the door for world titles this year, yes, but first and foremost, I've got to get through Friday night. A
true professional, Karriss, as well, not overlooking anyone as well. No. I do want to reflect on your Olympic bronze medal that you won. Obviously, every fighter wants to win the gold, but I still think winning a medal at the Olympics is an unbelievable achievement. It's a massive thing to win as well. And I feel like some athletes, especially boxers, you don't have time to reflect on your amateur achievements because the tournaments are just back to back to back.
Yeah.
Have you had the time to reflect on winning that bronze medal at all?
So I think because of the person I am, this is going to sound daft, but like it's hard to put into words in the sense of, yeah, it's a great achievement, but it wasn't what I wanted. So it's hard to appreciate it as much as what other people believe I should appreciate it, if that makes sense. That being said, when I'm in the gym, I'm now up on the wall in Sheffield. The Olympic medalists all get put up on the wall in the gym. So every now and then I look at that and I'm like, yeah, there's not many people that can get up there. There's not many people that even get close to getting up there. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's when I take little glimpses of that and I'm like, it just solidifies, is that the right word?
Solidifies it, yeah.
How good I am. And I am like world level, obviously, because like I said, there's 3 females up on that wall. There's myself, Lauren Price, and Nicola Adams, and Cindy Nagamba now. Actually, you don't just get on there by the look of the draw sort of thing. Like, you've got to work hard to get up there. And I think when when I see like glimpses of myself up on the wall, that just reminds me of, yeah, you're talented. Like, you just don't appreciate it as much really until you take a step back and look at it.
Have you always had that mentality? Because and I appreciate your honesty there. Like, some people would go, yeah, Olympic bronze medal, it's a great achievement. But you've gone, no, like I wanted to achieve more.
Yeah, I've always been quite hard on myself in that sense.
Especially in boxing, isn't that's a good thing, right? Because you want to be the best version of yourself, so you're going to keep pushing.
But then at the same time, I think now as I'm like, I suppose, maturing and growing up, you've got to celebrate every success that you have and acknowledge what you have achieved and gone through to get to the point you are at now. So I do acknowledge what I've done and what I've achieved. It's just not what I wanted. So I'm on a bit of a seesaw at the minute. Like 1 minute I'm like, yeah, it's sick. Next minute I'm like, yeah, but it's not what I wanted. I could have done better, sort of thing. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think that's where I struggle to accept it 100% because I know I can do better. Like, do you know what I mean? I just didn't started too late or whatever the reason was on the day. But because I know how good I am. That's why it's like, and the people that medalled above me, I'm like, oh, but it is one of them. Like, it happened on the day, got beat on the day, sort of thing. So, suck it up.
Definitely. I'm sure in a couple of years, Karriss, we'll do this interview again. You'll be like, yeah.
Maybe when I retire from boxing, maybe I'll be like, fucking out some achievement, that, I know.
And hopefully you'll be their undisputed titles. Or you'll be traits, and I won't be able to get in the room. There'll be so many titles, Karriss, as well. I mean, I do want to reflect on as well the occasion on Friday night as well. Not only your fight, but the second all-female card that you're boxing on. I mean, these events, like, they're not gimmicks at all. They're real moments that are platforming not just female sport, but sport in general as well. It must fill you with happiness that you're being a part of these moments.
Yeah, it is class to be involved in these kind of shows, like the cracking shows to be involved in. And I think the difference with this all-female card compared to the first one is on this one, they were all like top to bottom, they're all 50-50 fights, whereas on the first one, a couple of years back, there was only really like 2 mouth-watering fights on there. But I think this one will be a belter. I think every fight's a good fight to watch and tune into because you just never know who's going to win.
Definitely as well. If I had to pick outside of your fight, Karriss, which one are you most looking forward to?
Chloe Watson and Jasmina.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just think that's going to make for a really good fight. I know Chloe quite well. She was on the GB circuit with me for a little bit, and I don't know Jasmina too well. I've watched a couple of her fights, and I just think it makes for a great fight.
Wicked. Sorry, dodgy camera work for me there, Karriss, as well. I've kept you for too long already, Karriss. I'm going to ask my final question. We ask everyone this. When all's said and done, what does boxing mean to you?
It's everything, I think, and I seen something the other day, and it was like the love I wasn't getting, and like the fulfillment of joy and that I wasn't getting when I was younger, I found in the gym, and I think that's just what made me stick to the gym and stick with it, and I just fell in love with it, and I just can't get away from it. I can't. The second I spend any more than like a week or two away from it, I'm just like, what do I do with myself? Like, and I'm not saying I'm obsessed with it in the sense of like I watch it all the time. It's just like the training and the competing side and winning, like, it's kind of like all that matters to me.
And long may that winning continue. Karriss Artingstall, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That.
Cheers. Thank you.